Well, good morning, and I want to thank each of you for taking time to be with us, especially the folks from our college's athletic department and the coaches. And I'm just going to say a few words, and then I know we may have some other folks show up, and that'll be fine, and then we're going to unveil the Southwest Virginia Bowl trophy. I was thinking a lot, coaches, when I was growing up. A lot of the competition I first had was among, I didn't have any brothers, I had two sisters, Kendall, mean as snakes, by the way. But, you know, the first competition you had was typically with either your brothers or your cousins. I can remember distinctly this time of year being in my Uncle Terry's backyard and playing against my cousins, and we tried to divide the teams up as evenly as we could and have these games, and we would knock down and fight and claw. But at the end of the day, they were still family, and we still loved them. And I think that's what we're looking at here today, is the fact that we're blessed to have two wonderful schools here that have long traditions, that have missions of service to our community, but do so much more. So on a personal level, I'm a UVA-wise graduate, so I should be standing over there. But then over here is where my daughter and my son-in-law come into play, and I have a grandson. So maybe I should be somewhere in the middle. I don't know. But I think that's what we find with a lot of folks here in our region, is that we have distinct ties to both communities. Not only growing up in Wise, but Tammy and I were blessed to spend 15 years living in Emory and raising our family and going to church on campus. So it's just a wonderful thing that we have here. The second thing I want to highlight, and I'll speak more from our company. I know you see a lot of what these gentlemen do on a Saturday when you go to the football game. But I would tell you, as a business person and folks who hire people all the time, we see what they do every day and years after what they do. We love hiring young people who've gone through athletic programs, particularly collegiate level athletic programs. Those individuals have discipline, they have organizational skills, and they have teamwork. And knowing these folks the way that I do, I understand that their belief is, yes, we want to win on Saturday, but that young person that we coach on a football team or a basketball team or volleyball, we want them to win at life. And I suspect every year that goes by that they see more and more of the young people whose lives they have influenced. So regardless of any score on any particular Saturday, of any particular ball game, let's be mindful of what they really do. It's not just football or basketball or volleyball. It's developing young people and young leaders. And that's very meaningful. And I see it every day in terms of our bank and the businesses that we work with in our communities. The third thing I would say to you in terms of both institutions, we understand the value of them being located here economically and the value of them being here and supporting young people who grew up here. And Aaron Hicks and Mark Ferris and others who are able to stay home and go to school. I think, though, an understated value of what these programs do, if you look at the young people who come to these schools to compete in athletics, often, many of them come from great distance. They have very little knowledge, they have very little familiarity with Southwest Virginia, and we import quality young people, and many of them fall in love with our area and they want to stay. And as time goes forward, the importance of bringing more and more talented young people to Southwest Virginia will only grow in significance. So, as an institution, when we think about things that we want to support, yes, there's a certain degree of marketing value and those kinds of things, but we like to find things to support that have great meaning. And both of these institutions have great meaning. So coaches, if you would, Go ahead, we want you to unveil the trophy for the Southwest Virginia Bowl. A tangible way for us to recognize competition and quality going forward.
Loud and tall.
So we invite anyone, we've got some refreshments, hopefully get some coffee and some things to eat. If anyone wants to spend some time with the coaches or Kendall or Ryan to talk about this upcoming game, but also some of the things that we have coming forward in the athletic departments, we invite you to do that as well. So coaches, thank you both very much. Good luck. Maybe we'll go into 7 overtimes and still have time. All right, thanks everyone. Thank you for coming today.